In the 20th episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Yusei goes off against Greiger. We'll start off the duel with Greiger normal summoning Spell Reactor in attack position and setting 2 cards. Proto normal summons Oystermeister in attack position, and Greiger activates the trap card Hidden Soldiers to summon Trap Reactor in defense position. Oystermeister attacks Spell Reactor, but Greiger activates the card Fake Explosion to prevent his monster from being destroyed by battle. Then, after damage calculation, the second effect of Fake Explosion activates, summoning Summon Reactor from his hand. Proto ends his turn. Through the effect of Summon Reactor, he sends it, along with Trap and Spell Reactor, to special summon the Flying Fortress Skyfire in attack position. Then, he uses its effect to discard 1 card to destroy Oystermeister. When Oystermeister is destroyed though, it special summons an Oyster token. However, Greiger states that Skyfire can destroy a summoned monster once per turn and inflict 800 damage to the opposing player, so the Oyster token is destroyed. Skyfire attacks Proto directly, leaving him with only 200 life points. Greiger ends his turn. Come Proto's turn, he normal summons Gusto Goldo in attack position. This triggers the effect of Skyfire, destroying it. However, Proto discards Hanawata to avoid the damage. Goldo's effect activates, summoning Winda from the deck. Then, Proto activates Double Summon, chaining emergency provisions to gain 1000 life points. He normal summons Vylon Prism from his hand, which is a tuner monster, so he tunes them both to get Flameville Arukizus. Prism activates in the graveyard, equipping itself onto Arukizus by paying 500 life points. He attacks into Skyfire, which triggers Prism's effect to have it gain 1000 attack during the damage step only. He destroys Skyfire, and then, because Proto destroyed a monster by battle, he activates Bounty from his hand, adding Hanawata back to his hand, respecting the potential burn of Greiger's deck. Proto ends his turn. Greiger normal summons Black Salvo, which special summons Trap Reactor in defense position. He tunes both of them for Dark Strike Fighter, which has its original errata in this AU. He then activates Mystical Space Typhoon, destroying Vylon Prism. Dark Strike Fighter attacks into Arukizus, dealing 200 damage to Proto. He then activates the effect of Dark Strike Fighter, tributing itself to deal damage to Proto. However, Hanawata blocks the burn damage. Greiger knew that would happen though. His goal is to get it out of Proto's hand. He sets a card face down and ends his turn. With 0 cards in his hand, Proto draws Pot of Avarice, shuffling Arukizus, Prism, Winda, Goldo, and Hanawata back into the deck to draw 2 cards. He normal summons Cerberel in attack position, and activates Monster Reborn to revive Oystermeister. He tunes the 2 to synchro summon Fabled Regin. With 0 cards in his hand now, Regin lets him draw 2 more. The first card that he drew was Mystical Space Typhoon, and he gets eager to activate it, but notices the second card in his hand, so he decides to hold off a bit, and he commands Regin to attack directly. Greiger activates Wicked Rebirth, a card that lets him pay 800 life points to revive Dark Strike Fighter. In response, Proto activates the effect of Naturia Rock, sending the top card of his deck to the graveyard to special summon it, because a trap card was activated. Then, Proto activates Mystical Space Typhoon, destroying Wicked Rebirth and Dark Strike Fighter with it. Fabled Regin continues its attack, hitting Greiger directly. Then, Naturia Rock finishes the duel. And that concludes today's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Rewrite. In the next episode, we'll be going off against Aki Izayoi, or otherwise known as Akiza Izinski in the dub. Those more keen to the original should know that this is the first time that Yusei properly summons Stardust Dragon, so expect a similar showing from Proto. Anyways, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.